Everybody. So this week we're going to start something a little bit different, a little bit new. So I've played Stardew Valley before, but I have not played it since, I want to say 1.3, something like that. It was one of the earlier patches for the game. It was at the point before they had stuff like the movie theater and stuff of that ilk. And I know they've added a whole lot of new stuff. There's an island that's additional now. There's extra landscapes that you can have for your starting farm and everything. So I thought I would start doing a series on the YouTube channel where I check out this new content and to sort of increase the fact of doing new stuff. I'm going to sort of stick myself into a particular role. We're going to do a Joja run, which I've never done before, so we're going to side with the evil corporation. And as such, I feel like we need a spouse that really sort of falls into what I would picture being the evil, bitchy one, so to speak. So what I'm going to go for is I am actually going to go for Haley as the spouse of this game. So let's go ahead and we will click new. And we're going to make our character JDP, obviously, for the name. Farm name, I don't know. Corp Farm, because we're going to side with the corporations. Favorite thing, capitalism. Let's go with a dog. Oh, they got a couple different dogs now. Let's go with this dog. That looks cool. Can I randomize? Also, I didn't mean to have this. Alright, we'll go with this weird, haggard-looking dude. Can I change the hair to something a little bit more similar to me? Or I could just go full Jesus. Yeah, you know what? We'll be Jesus. Why not? Let's see. Eye color. That we want a bit more closer to me, so we'll give it sort of a silvery, grayish thing, because I kind of have a hazel type of eye that swaps around as much as it wants. We'll lighten the hair a little bit. Just so you can see the little grooves in it. Nothing too fancy. We will give ourselves jeans, because that's more of a worker type of deal. Let's go with a different shirt, though. Mainly because the shirt we had on doesn't really have any graphical effect to it. Yeah, alright, you know, we'll have a smiley face on our shirt, why not? Okay, so we have the standard farm. That was in when I last played. I believe these four were in the game when I last played. These ones are all new. So we got wilderness. That just seems like you're more likely to have attacks at night. Four corners, I believe this is designed for multiplayer games. And beach farm. Might try Beach Farm. It'll mix things up a little bit because I haven't tried it before. Okay, we'll start that. I mean, I'll let the intro play because why not? Some people might have actually never seen it before. Oops. Let's go ahead. So if you've never played Stardew, first of all, it's a fantastic game. You should give it a try. Secondly, it's and for my very special grandson. It's about a guy who is struggling at work and he wants to go back to the more relaxed things in life. I want you to have the sealed envelope. So you go and you get a farm that used to belong to your grandfather. No, don't open it yet. Have patience. And basically, you have, now listen close, infinite time to make your farm, and after 3 years, he comes and checks on you, but it doesn't matter. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. Because every year he'll come back to check on you till you win. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. If you ever played Harvest Moon, it's somewhat similar to that. When that happens, my boy, you'll be ready for this gift. And by that I more... Now let Grandpa rest. I more mean the XX years later. More older Super Nintendo Harvest Moon than some of the more recent ones, which is probably... I know there's like Rune Factory now, which is more futuristic. You can see here, you currently work in a depressing, soul-sucking corporate hellhole. And he's gonna seem like he's really upset with this. You know, he doesn't want this life. We are gonna remind him he does want this life. Just for the purposes of doing a run I've never done before. So anyway, once you get to this point, you have to click on this to move on. Dear JDP, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with the other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy Corp Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. This is a perfect place to start your new life. This is my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my boy. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will you? And from here, you move on to your new farm, which of course starts off being just in shambles. You have to fix it. So, to do a Joja run, essentially, I need to raise $5,000. And then I can buy a membership, I think it's $5,000, at the Joja sort of, think Walmart in town. And that'll turn the community center into sort of a Joja warehouse. And from there, normally to get upgrades in the game, you collect various crops and stuff and fill quotas of certain things in the community center. When you're in a Joja run, you just earn money, pay it off, more or less. Hello, you must be JDP. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here, if you'll follow me. So Robin here is like the architect. You can upgrade your houses with her, as well as making other stuff. This is Corp Farm. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. And here we are, your new home. Ah, the new farmer. Welcome, I'm Lewis, Mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house, very rustic. Rustic? That's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Rude? Don't listen to her, JDP. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so that you'll buy one of her house upgrades. Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. And with that, your first day begins. First of all, open this. We get our parsnips. You receive 15 parsnip seeds. Here's a little something to get you started, Mayor Lewis. So anytime you're in a menu or any of this stuff, this clock over here in the corner will not tick down. When you're just walking around town, this gradually goes down, and you only have X amount of time to do everything per day. You want to get to bed by about 11 p.m. I think, because if you get too late, the time will turn red, and that means that if you fall asleep after that, you start with half your energy bar the next day. You don't want that. Getting started. If you want to become a farmer, you have to start with the basics. Use your hoe to till the soil, then use a seed packet on the tilled soil to sow a crop. Water every day until the crop is ready for harvest. It would be a nice gesture to introduce yourself around town. Some people might be anxious to meet the new farmer. Another thing you want to do every day, go over here. That's the wrong button. Well, first of all, weather report. That'll tell you what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. Okay, clear and sunny. If it's going to rain, you know you don't have to water crops that day. Now that can sort of tell you what your luck's going. Now this show here is the important one. This will tell you how to craft certain things. Today it's just sort of general, you know, hey, this is how this works, so don't have to stress too much about it. Now, first things I'm going to want to do is I need to plant these parsnips. I mean, I could go out of my way to go to the town first, but I can also wait till I'm fairly low in energy to do that. So let's make some room so I have something to work with as far as planting these crops go. Also, we're going to need a lot of wood as we go. I wonder if it'll let me move the box. I somehow doubt it. Because really in this run, the only thing we care about is money. And since I'm used to playing, you know, the type of runs where you're more caring about the community center, it's going to take some getting used to going around specifically with money in mind. Because usually it's more of a, you know, chilled out, I'll get to whatever I get to experience. Okay. If I clear out these rocks and whatnot, that should give me more than enough room to plant these first crops. Another thing I'm going to want sooner than later is a scarecrow, because if you're not careful, birds will swing by and just mess up your entire crop line. But right now, I do not have a lot of space to work with in my inventory, so we have 15 of these. So what we're going to want to do, I don't have the functionality yet to build a sprinkler, I don't believe. I think I need some ores to do that. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, more than enough spots. Let's go ahead and start planting these. And seeing as how I got one of those, also grab that. And when I get upgraded versions of this can, I'll be able to do entire rows at a time. The regular one, it's pretty basic, really. And fill this up for our pet, wherever it happens to be. Now we still got a decent chunk of energy left still, so since I don't know the layout of this farm yet, let's clear out some more space in case I need it, first of all. Although I am starting to run a little bit low on energy. And once we're low enough, I'll head into town and see what I can get done with the meeting people achievement. So I at least want enough energy to pick up stuff. Yeah, that might be good enough. Now, do I have enough to make a box? Alright, cool. I can make at least one chest, because I have no need right now to have the, where can I put this thing? There, I guess that would work. I have no need to have some of the stuff in my inventory at the exact moment, so put those away just so I have room for other stuff as we're walking around. And I guess for day one we've got that sorted. Now theoretically I can also still pick up certain things to put in the community center up until the point that I get that membership. After that I'm locked in. You can't go back once you've sort of set up for that. It's not much of a reason to go in here, but sometimes there can be crops you can grab in there. Now, I believe Haley likes daffodils. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll give her one if we happen to run across her, to start moving our relationship with her along. Sometimes she hangs out up here. Unfortunately, not at the current moment. And that's locked, that's fine. We technically don't need to get in there at any point. But I don't know if that triggers a quest. Yeah, it was just alerting me to people's birthdays. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Alright, there's one down. Gonna have to talk to him eventually. Hey, it's Mr. JDP, the new farmer. I'm Pierre, the owner of the local general store. If you're looking for seeds, my shop is the place to go. You'll also buy produce from me for a good price. Now, I'm curious if he will eventually decide he doesn't want to sell to me after we start working with Joja a bit. Because he is very much their, like, arch nemesis of sorts for the town. Nobody else is here at the moment, so we'll check in here. That is currently locked. Alright. It's about 3. I wouldn't think there'd be too many people in here. Let's grab you while you're walking by, though. Oh, aren't you the one who just moved in? I'm Maru. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Oops. Why, hello and welcome to our little community, dear. You can call me Granny if you like. He's not going to have much for me at the moment, but that's fine. Well, hello there. I'm Gus, chef and owner on the Star Drop Saloon. I don't think anybody's going to be here till around, I don't know, 5-ish. There might be somebody hanging around over here, but it doesn't look like. Sometimes Abigail and her friends are over there. Well, there's Emily there. Oh, I can read it on your face. You're going to love it here in Pelican Town. If you're ever looking for something to do in the evening, stop by the saloon. That's where I work. Hello, you must be JDP, the new farmer. I'm Caroline. Did we already talk to you? I don't remember. Oh, you aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay. I'm Jody. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. Oh, a stranger. My name's Vincent. Mama says not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay. But thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Harvey, the local doctor. I don't know where his sister is. Actually, it might not even be a sister. They might just be friends. We'll see if anybody's home. Bummer is if they're behind their bedroom doors, we won't be able to access them. It's a quiet little town, so it's very exciting when someone new moves in. Having a farmer around could really change things. Sadly, not much else going on here. I also do want to check out the beach, because some of the stuff that drops there can be quite useful. Another thing, if I see these things, it usually means there's some sort of treasure tucked underground. Ah, the new farmer we've all been expecting, whose arrival has sparked many a conversation. I'm Elliot. I live in the little cabin by the beach. It's a pleasure to meet you. Ooh, early gold ore is not bad. Trigger this. Wasn't sure if it gave me a quest or if it's just get wood and bring it over. It seems like it's just get wood and bring it over. We'll want to get that eventually, because that's where we get the item to marry people. You know what? I'm gonna eat that just so I can grab the dried starfish. Okay, let's just bring it to Gunther. So you can get items around the world and populate a museum, and at certain points you get rewards for doing so. I'm uncertain if the museum will still be open, but I will give it a go. It might be if I'm lucky. I don't think it will be. Nah, okay, I didn't think so. I believe we've also missed our chance at seeing Haley as well. I don't recall her going to the bar there. I have no reason to talk to him yet, but I might as well introduce myself. Welcome to Joja Mart. How are you doing today? I don't believe we've met. I'm Morris, Joja Customer Satisfaction Representative. When you decide you want to become a Joja member, I'll be delighted to help make your transition a joyous experience. Unfortunately, most of the people are going to be either at the bar or in bed at this point, so we'll head to the bar, see who's there. We can at least get a couple more introductions done, and that'll be it for today. We haven't met Pam yet, so... Hey kid, the name's Pam. An easy relationship you can do is Shane here. If you just buy him beer at the bar, it's one of his favorite things. I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? There's usually more people here, but I guess since it's the first day, they're maybe not queued up for their normal pathing. Hi, I'm Clint. Well, that's fine. How many of the people was that? Got a good chunk of them, so I'm not in a huge rush. It doesn't really matter how fast you go with that stuff. Now, the other thing we have to worry about with the money situation is I also want to get upgrades to my weapons. I also want to get, you know, backpack space because as you can see, there's two that are sort of grayed out right now. I want to keep that daffodil because I'm going to be needing it later. But for now, I can put everything else away. And I'll see if I can't clear a little bit more of this area here until it's time to go to bed. I'm pretty low on energy. But it's typically a good idea to use as much as you can so that you're not just having a surplus of energy. You also have to be careful to not make yourself collapse, though. But ideally, I want an opening. Okay, so starting to feel exhausted is a good place to stop here. Although, before I do that, grab that, refill that. And that should be good for day one. We're going to be pretty slow on the money earning front at first. Once we get some crops sort of growing and we've sold them, we'll be in a lot better position. Okay, it's going to rain tomorrow, so we don't need to worry about watering any crops tomorrow. And we got a letter here, so I keep finding cool stuff. My backpack is full. Does this sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's General Store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. I could be wrong, but I think it's something like 3,000 money to get that. Maybe it's cheaper. I'll check it out when I go back to town, but just like yesterday, we want to make sure we get some of the stuff cleared out here. Now, one potential problem I'm seeing with this particular type of farm is I don't see a lot of opening for hay. So if I do get into animal raising later, I am going to need to go about it via buying hay. Hello there, just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got something for you. Alright, so that's how we get the fishing pole. We'll get to that in a minute. The good thing about this game is you don't really have to be in a huge rush to do literally anything, because you're never blocked off from doing stuff. It's a game you can take at your own pace, just chillax. You know, a lot of people I know just play this for the sake of just zoning out and living life on the farm, more or less. Get rid of that. Alright. It's definitely a lot different layout as far as what's available to me that I'm used to. I think my last farm, I had one of them that basically you could just get components walking around. I think that wood is just gonzo. Is there anything I can do in here at the moment? No. But I don't know if I have to enter that at least once for it to trigger the scene where you can do stuff. I might as well grab that because we can also plant this. It's going to be slightly slower than the rest, but at least now we've got a full crop going. And I need to get 300 wood for that bridge, so we want to repair that somewhat soonish, because that just means there's more stuff we can access as far as getting those seashells and whatnot every day. That's extra money. And we are starting to get on the low side for energy, so I'm going to cut off our farm work there. We're only up to 100 on that, so that's fine. And we'll do some foraging, check out around town, see who we can meet. I will take another daffodil. Is there any others up here? No, doesn't look like it. There is something you can do inside this tunnel here, but I don't remember what it is offhand. It's something involving a battery. But I'm assuming that's fairly further away in the game than what we've got going on right now. Sneak up here to see if Haley's hanging out. Does not look it at the moment, but that's fine. We're bound to run into her eventually, and if we can get like a stockpile of these daffodils, then that just means we have more to work with. I'll sneak in here just to... Oh, well, there's Abigail. We gotta meet her. Well, that's right. I heard that someone new was moving onto that old farm. How much do you want for this? Oh, it's only 2,000. Okay, that's less bad than I was expecting. Marnie's in here. We've yet to meet her, so... Grab you. Ah, Maya Lewis told me you'd just arrived. I'm Marnie. My husband Kent is a soldier working overseas. That's why he's not here right now. I know he'll come back safe once his tour is over. I've seen wild horseradish in the forest. Have you met everyone in town yet? That sounds exhausting. I work part-time at Gus's saloon. It pays the bills. I figured we met all of those folks before, but figured it was worth checking. So how was your first night in the old cottage? We're missing Sebastian. We're missing the blonde kid. We're missing the little girl. But sometimes she's at the museum, so we might run into her. And this will check this objective off and open up this stuff going. Abysmal. Not a single piece in the entire collection. What's this? You found something. Let me see it. Remarkable. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it's yours. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts or minerals that you find? We could make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows? If you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. Think about it, will you? So basically, you give him stuff, you get rewards in exchange. Just not every time, but drip-fed throughout it. If you decide to donate, just bring the objects to the front desk. And anytime you get something that you can give to him, it'll say Gunther can tell you about it, so let's donate to the museum. Pop that over there, that gives me that objective. And that gives me some money for doing it, so it's worth doing the little things if you can. And we need to get there before 5, so we might make a beeline over there in a second. It just sort of gives you tips on stuff now. We haven't met you yet. Hi. She's not going to say much. I forget if we've met Penny. Oh, hello, I'm Penny. I guess not. Miss Penny says I have to read this book before I can go play. So what are we up to on this now? Okay, we have 8 people left. Now, if you go up here, I believe, it tells you... Yeah. Well, it didn't used to do it like this, but their name would be question marks until you met them. That's how I knew before then. I guess this tells you if you've talked to them today? That's new. Okay, that's neat. So, of the 8, we need Haley, we need the old man. I'm surprised I haven't talked to him yet. I think technically with the wizard you have more than what you need to talk to for the objective. We'll go get Willie out of the way. We'll get our fishing rod, because we might want to do fishing to get some easy money, being as how we're on the beach farm. Ahoy there, son. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet you. Yeah, I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. You received a bamboo pole. There's a good water here in the valley, all kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. Also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sells. That's what my old pappy used to say anyway. So he counts as being met, I believe. Yep, okay. Kent will not show up until, I want to say year 2. But he is somebody, if you really are struggling to meet a new person, you can find him. Fortunately, it's kind of scarce on the beach right now, but that's fine. Ooh, you're somebody new. Okay, come here. Hey, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. Now, let's see if Haley's at home, because it's still sort of the afternoon. She might be in the kitchen or something. Unfortunately, it does not look like. Unless I have the wrong house, which is plausible. I think it's that one. I know she lives with Emily. Yeah, okay. So she's not home. Where could she be? I know she takes cameras out here sometimes, so we'll give this a peek-see. Also can grab some stuff while we're running around down here. There's one other reason to come down here, is you can also get some spring onions. Which is going to be worth grabbing just for selling. And they are somewhat plentiful, so worst case scenario, you can get a lot of free money just by running down here. It's not going to be a huge amount, obviously, but it's enough to get you going early on. Because the sooner we get to 2,000, the better. Unfortunately, I am not really seeing her anywhere, but I'm not sure offhand exactly where she stands. We did open up a path for coming from the north. So I'm gonna go by her house. I'll see if it's still open. The door might close at 5. Oh, there she is there, actually. Oh, you're that new farmer boy, aren't you? For me, thank you. Alright, there we go. First one done. So now let's... I forget his name off the top of my head, but let's see if we can meet the homeless dude up on the top of the mountain. We might also find Dimitri and Sebastian up there. Although Sebastian can be annoying because he tends to go into his room a lot. And until you're a friendship level 2, he is a pain in the ass to get a hold of. Well, there's Dimitri, so that's taken care of. Greetings, I'm Demetrius, local scientist and father. Thanks for introducing yourself. If I'm lucky, he will be in the kitchen or something. Sadly, it does not look like. Oh, there he goes. Ah, he just moved in, right? Cool. That's 25 people, so who's left? The old man, he's going to be easy to meet. You sometimes just hang outside your house. 25, 26, 27, 28. So we only need 3 of these guys, so let's get the... I think his name's Linus, the homeless dude, because he's usually over by his camp. If not in it. There he is. Stranger, hello. It is probably too late to try to meet the old man right now, but at least with only those 2 sort of being left on the field of meeting, it'll be pretty quick to meet them tomorrow. I wonder if there's any way of getting those. I got some of them at least, not a huge amount of them. I'll put those ones away. We can sell the rest. Keep that for Haley tomorrow. Is there anything else I can really do right now? So I don't have a huge amount of energy left at the moment. Okay, yeah. But just enough to get a couple extra things done real quick. And today I don't have to water the crops because it's going to rain, so that's going to save me time. Also energy. And we have level 1 foraging. So our axe works a little bit better. We can make wild seeds, which sort of just plant those random things like the daffodils and stuff you see riding around. And a field snack, just so you can pump up your energies. And that'll put us over the 1000 rank, but not quite enough to get our upgrade yet. It's sunny tomorrow. Now, since I don't have to water crops, I'll take the opportunity to water my own watering can there and get that filled. I'll do a little bit of farm work because I do want to try to whittle down as much of this as possible, especially on this map where I don't have to worry about keeping grassland active for hay to spawn. The sooner we clear out everything, the sooner I can sort of plant things for my own benefit, rather than having it just slapdash willy-nilly all over the place. somewhat focus on trees here for this day, because I do want to try to get to 300 wood sooner than later. I know we got about 100 in the case already. I imagine we'll get to about 200 today. I don't know how far this particular one stretches. I won't be able to do anything about these stumps for the time being. That's going to require a stronger axe to mess with. Now that puts us at 216. We got a pretty wide open spot here for any additional crops we need to do. Won't be able to do anything with the giant rock there for the same reason as I can't do these stumps over here. I need a stronger pickaxe for it. I'm getting somewhat low on energy here. I did get a wild seed, so what I might do... It's actually not what I meant to do, but I was close. Pop that there. I might have enough in me to do one more tree. Alright, yeah, that's all I can do for the time being. I'll leave that there momentarily so I can go up here and put these away, and then I'll go grab that. We're getting there. We're at 230 something, so it's better than nothing. Now, because it's raining, they're probably going to be indoors. I forgot to fill my pet's water bowl before yesterday. Now the upside to it being a rainy day is that I have more than enough time to sort of walk around foraging for stuff around, but I don't know if it's going to be less likely to grow because it's raining. I don't remember if there's any specific mechanics for that. I'll grab it. I might not be able to do it, but we'll see what I can muster. Okay, we can get both these guys. Oh hey, so you're the new guy, huh? Cool. It's irritating we have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. Now buzz off. That will let me finish that. Give somebody a gift. Well, I'll see if Haley's home. I can't imagine she's going to be running around while it's raining, so... As long as she's not in her bedroom, we're good. And here she is. Okay, cool. I spent all morning doing my hair. Now the rain could mess it up. I'll give you this. That lets us get that. We get 100 gold. Nothing too amazing, really. And that finishes out the introduction quests. I've heard rumors of rare and powerful magic rings, forged long ago by forgotten civilizations. I'm not sure if it's true or just a fairy tale. I'm pretty sure she's referencing the rings you can get for going down into the mines, which we have yet to unlock. There we go. We got another daffodil for later. We won't be able to give it to her until next week, and I need to save one for her birthday, because if you give a gift on her birthday, it sort of boosts how much of a benefit you get from doing the gifting. Another situation where there's not much here. I'll see if we've got any spring onions, but I think usually after you've just finished picking them, it takes a little bit for them to sort of start populating again. Check if there's a way to zoom out the camera more. Because I have the screen windowed, it doesn't always cooperate with that sort of thing. Okay, we do have some spring onions. Might as well grab them then. Not a huge amount, but enough to make the trip semi-worth the effort. I give 13 energy. I could give myself a boost with that, but I think we'll be fine. Eventually some sort of cat thing will start selling hats out of that, but I believe you have to get one of the in-game achievements first. I'm gonna eat one of these just so I have a little bit of a buffer in case I have to do one of those hoeing spots. I'm sure I won't miss out on that much money by eating one of them. Especially since that doesn't seem to use up much in the way of energy. So I can get these dandelions to make up for the one I ate. I'm curious, if you never go the route of doing the community center, how does it handle... Oh, I guess you can get some grass on here. Where is this compared to everywhere else? Okay. So the southern part can have some grass. Even so, I want to get rid of the other crap because it's going to be in the way. Alright, so guess we'll do one more day before we wrap up this particular part. Another 100 towards the goal of getting 2,000 for the money. Obviously, once our crops grow, that'll make it a lot easier. Ooh, is it raining again? Okay. It's gonna make the next day of this a lot easier. I'm not quite done growing yet, but that's fine. At this point, we don't really have a lot of reason to not just do farm stuff, at least for the time being. As we're waiting for stuff to unlock mostly. I see. We haven't got the pet yet, so that doesn't actually empty. Alright, I can put that away for now. Because I gotta wait for that to empty out. So for the time being, let's continue trying to get the wood for that pathway. We were at, I think it was 230 something before. And I want to save the seeds because I'm going to need more wood later, although I can cut down any tree in this town, basically, aside from the specific ones that make up the main town tree area. You can usually tell the difference between what can be cut and what can't. I've never noticed that if you are close enough but behind the tree, you can sort of see where the stump is before you cut down the tree. That's kind of neat. Alright, so that's 80. I think we have enough already, actually. I'll double check that in a moment. I just want to clear out some of this grass. Suppose if I get desperate, I could put the grass there in the selling box as well, although I don't think I'd get much out of it. Okay, yeah, that's 300, so... get rid of all but the 300. We'll head on into town so I can get that bridge built. Definitely grab that. Just doesn't verify, though. Okay, so that's a liked, not a loved. It does say what her birthday is, so you can remember. That's good. Yeah, I think when I last played, I heard about the sort of acknowledgement of what everybody likes as you give it to them thing. That was not in the game when I last played, so that'll be helpful so I don't have to have like 8 Wikipedia pages open. And that's probably one of the more annoying parts of playing a Stardew Valley game, just having to have all that information open to you. Although you still might need it as pertains to remembering where stuff goes, as far as like, you know, this largemouth bass quest, where can I get it? Is it an ocean fish? Is it a river fish? That I'm not 100% sure on. Not that I currently have a huge amount of room for fish at the minute. That is a Gunther thing. We should have enough time to swing over there and do that. But first, let's build this. As there tends to be a lot of coral to be gotten on this particular little mini island. Also, when it rains, there's a guy over here who sells stuff that you need for getting married later down the line. It's nothing I have to worry about at the moment. I won't have to worry about it till, I want to say, I get 8 hearts, I think it is. with Haley? That's a sardine. I mean, I can sell it. I'm gonna try the river for the bass here. But first I'm gonna give the glass shards away so that they're not burning a hole in my inventory. That is not a threshold or a specific item meant to get me sort of an extra thingy, so no need to worry there. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Is it because you've given them certain items or because you've given them X amount of items? It might be both, honestly. Okay, a sunfish. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but there's going to be different fish here than there is on the ocean, and then there's even differenter stuff on the top of the mountain, so it is hard to say where we're going to find this without looking it up, but I don't want to look it up if I can help it. Somebody wants to tell me in the comments where the fish is found, I'll use that next time, but I'm going to try to avoid Googling it and all that stuff. Smallmouth. Is that what he wanted? No. Okay, he wants a large mouth. Well, if we get the smallmouth here, logic would dictate that we can also get the largemouth in this area as well. But I need to get it and give it to him before the end of the day, which could be troublesome. Because not only do I need to find it, but I also need to find him. Which, if he's out in the open, that's fine. But if he is sitting behind something that I can't access because I don't have 2-heart friendship or whatever, it's going to make it next to impossible to actually pull off. I'll put those away for now so I have room to continue fishing. I do have to worry about my energy level, but I think I have enough to do at least 1 or 2 more fishing runs. I mean, if I don't get it, it doesn't really have a negative effect, or at least it never used to. So I'm not too fussed about it. One thing that could have a negative effect is if he tries to walk across here, he's gonna walk into me and then get annoyed if I don't move after a few minutes. Okay, sunfish, I mean, it's gold, I'll take it, but I want the largemouth bass. Now that is technically worth keeping, although not one of the parts that I would keep for, but I can get a thing later that can give me, well, I might as well just drink that just to get my energy back up. You can get stuff that will let you convert these trash items into other items, and one of the things you can convert is a certain type of ore that is very useful in certain capacities. Now another smallmouth. I mean, for all I know, the largemouth is specific to the mountain area. I think if we don't catch it here, we're pretty much boned. Well, it was enough to give me energy so I can fish a little bit longer. So we're getting pretty, whoops, tight on it. Okay, yeah, this is the last one here. It's a new fish, not the one we wanted, unfortunately, but that's fine. It's money, you know? And the sooner we get more inventory space to work with, the sooner we have to worry less about going back to the base to put things away before we can continue doing stuff, so... Trying to remember what this even turns into. I don't think the newspaper turns into much of importance. But also won't give me much money selling it, so... Might hold on to it just for the sake of turning it into something later. Seems like kind of a waste to go to bed this early. So I guess I'll run around seeing what else I can find. Well, it doesn't look like much in the way of foraging is available. Yeah, it's pretty scarce all around, unfortunately. Don't know if interacting with this is necessary to unlock anything. Doesn't look like. Might as well talk to this. I snuck into the caves last night and got a nasty cut from a rock crab. Don't tell anyone, okay? Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot else I can go with there, but, you know, we got a good amount of things sold, even though we didn't get Demetrius's quest done. But like I said, you get positive affection points if you complete the quest, but at least beforehand, I don't know if they've changed it. You don't get any negative effects if you just don't do it, because I mean, sometimes it's just not going to work out in your favor. So, you know, I mean, I guess it makes sense why you wouldn't get negative effects, because how is he supposed to know that you've taken the job, you know? Because in, you know, realistic sense, you took a flyer off the wall. He didn't formally go to him and say, I'm going to do the quest. That's not what I wanted to do. Now let's see how much we got for money here. We got level 2 foraging, so can't complain about that. Can make survival burgers now. And we got level 1 fishing, which will make it a little bit easier to try to get fish later if I have to. Which I see fishing being a good money maker for me. You see there, you know, we got 300 just from that. Not quite the 2,000 we need, though, but we're close. But for now, we are going to go ahead and wrap up for today. You know, good first couple of days, get the introduction to the run out of the way. And we'll see where it goes from here. Like I said, I don't know the Joja run too well. I usually do the other routes, so we'll see how quickly upgrades can happen. If we can choose which upgrades we get first would be great, because then I could get the greenhouse right away. But we'll see. I'm assuming it follows a certain order. But for now, I am going to say see you later, and I will see you next week. I'm going to be back for my normal stream schedule this week after my daughter was home for her school vacation. So on the normal stream, we're going to be running the ending of Judgment, which is the spin-off to the Yakuza series, and we're going to be starting a Fallout 4 survival difficulty run. So come check that out. Otherwise, I'll see you next week for more of Stardew Valley. Until then, have a good one.